Hi everyone. So in the previous videos, we have created some set of activities and we have also assigned the predecessors and successors to those activities. So now our Gantt chart is completely ready. So in this particular video, we'll be learning about constraints. So constraints can be of two types. One is activity related constraints. Other can be the constraints related to the complete project. So if you go to the activities tab, and if you go to the status bar, then you will see constraints and primary constraints. So there are several types of constraints like as late as possible, finish on, and there are several types of constraints. So we'll be taking one example from our presentation. So there are two constraints here. One is the project constraint. The client has put a constraint that the project has to be completed before 12th of February 2019. Similarly, there are two activity constraints. One activity constraint is for activity number 3, which is foundations, including plinth beam. Due to cyclone anticipation, the activity should be completed on or before 17th of November 2018. Similarly, activity number 12 should be completed before 25th January 2019, which is the requirement set by the client. Okay, so what happens is when you put a constraint, so putting a constraint means the activity should be restricted to that particular date depending on the type of constraint chosen. So constraint will affect the complete project, the critical path of the project, the total float of the project, the early start, early finish, late start, late finish, everything will get affected. So in this example, we'll be just showing you how to set the constraints, but we will not be using these constraints for our project because the project will become very messy with these constraints. So it's better to not to use constraints in a project until and unless it is very significant for your project. So see, first of all, we will show you how to put this particular project constraint. Go to Primavera P6, go to the project tabs. If your project tabs is not open, then you can go to this directory bar of your Primavera P6 and you can choose this projects button. It will open the projects tab for you. So if you go to the dates, then the finish is being shown as 6 February 2019. As per the activity relationship, your project will technically get finished on 6th of February 2019. But as per the requirements of the client has told that the project should get completed before 12th of February, which seems very genuine also. He has not set a constraint before 6th of February. Suppose if he sets before 6th of February, let us try before 6th of February also, and let us try with 12th February also. So let us first go with 12th February. 12th February, and we will click on select. So you should choose the time also. So maybe let us keep the time as 6 p.m. or maybe let's say 8 p.m. Okay, we will click on select. Don't forget to schedule it. You can choose the schedule button from the tools bar. If you do not schedule, the changes will not at all get reflected. You can also press F9 from your keyboard, or you can press the schedule button to get the changes in your system. So click on schedule. Okay, so if you go back to the activities, then you see the total float has now increased. Earlier it was 0 for several activities and several activities were on the critical path, but now no activity is on the critical path. Why? Because as per the basic schedule of the activities, the project was supposed to end on 6th of February, but your final date, now the constraint is shifted to 12th of February. So the activities have a lot of extra time to get completed, because now instead of getting completed on 6th of February, they will get completed on 12th of February. So they will have a float. Every activity has a float. Since no activity has zero float, so there are no critical activities in the project. So that means easily you can complete your activities without much worries. Okay, so this is the constraint which is beyond your project deadline. But suppose if we want to set the must finish before 6th of February, then let us see what happens. Suppose we choose 4th of February and we click on schedule. Now, if you go back to your activities, then you will see the projects, the activities has negative float. So that means the activities have to get completed before their scheduled duration, which is very difficult. Suppose if an activity was supposed to get completed in 6 days, now you have to complete it in 4 days to get your final project delivered on this particular constraint. So this is how the constraint can affect the complete duration of your project and the total float also. See, for understanding it better, I would suggest you to add 4 columns of early start, early finish, late start, and late finish also. So we will customize the columns. We will find, let us write early. So we have these two options, early start as well as early finish. Also, we will add late start and late finish. You should know what these terms are from your CPM theory. So I'll explain you. So we have added them and we'll click on OK. I'll just remove this Gantt chart for the time being so that all the columns are visible to you. Now see, early start is the earliest time at which your activity should get started. Early finish is earliest time or earliest date on which your activity should get finished. Late start is latest date by which you can start your activity. So this will depend on the float. Late finish is latest date by which your activity should get completed for the project to adhere to the schedule. So these things, when you set the constraint, these dates will also get affected. So right now we will remove the project constraint. So we will remove this and we'll click on enter and then we will schedule again. So now your activities are back to the previous zone. If you see, the total float is 0, 0, 0 for many activities, and some activities will have a little bit of float. Okay, so now it is back to normal. Now we will set the activity constraints also, and we will see how your early finish, early start, late finish gets affected due to your constraints. Okay, so from where you can set your activities constraint from your status bar, and several types of constraints are available which are self-explanatory. As late as possible means your activity should let's say start, if it's a start constraint, like as late as possible means latest to that date it should start. Finish on means the activity should finish on that date. On or after means on that date or after that date. On or before means on that date or before that date. Mandatory finish means it should finish by that date. Mandatory start means it should start by that particular date. Start on means it will start on that particular date, but it's not mandatory. On or after means it will start on or after that date. Similarly, on or before is also self-explanatory. Okay, so now we will move to the presentation. So the very first activity is activity number 3. It should finish on or before 17th of November 2018. Okay, so we will go to third activity and we will set the constraint as finish on or before, and we will put the date as 17th of November. Okay, so right now you see the early finish. I don't think so there will be many changes because already your finish date is 14th and you are choosing it as 17th. So nothing much should change here. So we will click on schedule. So now you see nothing has changed. Why nothing has changed? Because already your activity is finishing on 14th. So now you are telling that it should finish on or before 17th, which was already the case. Okay, so this has changed. Now we will remove this constraint and we'll go to none and we will click on schedule. Okay, now see, we will go back to the presentation and we will add our last constraint and we will see the changes here. There you will identify so many changes. Now see, electrical works, which is activity number 12, should be completed before 25th January 2019 as per the client's requirement. So we will go to activity number 12. So this is activity number 12. If you see, this activity is dependent on activity number 11. And this activity is technically finishing on 24th of January 2019. But they want the activity should end before 25th of January. So again, not much changes will be there because they're asking some future date only. So we will go here. You see, observe the total float is 8 here and 8 here. Okay. Finish on or before 25th of January. Select and we'll click on schedule. So now you see the total float has decreased. if you see 24th of January was the finish date, but now it's 25th of January. Why it has happened? Because there is one activity which is associated with this, and this activity is further associated with so many other activities. So because of the relationship status between the activities, the float has now changed. So instead of giving 8 days float to this particular activity, now the float has reduced to 1. If not, if this is not the case, like one, if it would be 8, then might be possible that this activity would not finish on 25th of January. Now we will try with some prior date and you see the changes in the float. We'll keep it as 21st of January and we will click on schedule. Now you see the float has become negative. Why? Because it was already completing on 24th and you have made it to compulsorily end on 21st. So the float is -3, which is quite obvious. Similarly, other activities which are associated with its predecessors and successors have also got affected. So this is why you should not put constraints until and unless it is very much important for you. So I hope you understood how to put constraints in your activity as well as in your project. So it was just to make you understand. We'll remove these constraints and then only we will proceed with the Primavera P6. So we will click on schedule. Just don't forget to click on schedule after making any changes. So now the project is back to basic. So you can see the Gantt chart also. So it is same like before, no changes, just you have learned how to put constraints. So that's all for the video. In the next video, we'll be learning about assigning the calendars and making the calendars. Very, very interesting topic. So thanks for now. Goodbye.